Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2019 pre-camp leaders meeting for Camp Mountain Run. Sorry about the delay. We had some technical difficulties up here at Camp Mountain Run, but we're going to go ahead and get started and go over some of the different things for the summer. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Billy Cebulski. I've been on camp staff here for several years now, and I am the 2019 summer camp director. So I look forward to meeting with all of you and getting to know you over the course of the summer. If at any point you guys have any questions, feel free to add them into the chat that you should see on your screen. And if that's not working for you, then you can send it through our Facebook Messenger or send me a personal email and I can respond to you directly. At the end of the webinar, once I go over the different topics, we will have a question and answer opportunity for you. So like I said, if you have any questions at all, feel free to send them whenever or wait until the end and we'll try to answer them to the best of our abilities. Welcome to Camp Mountain Run. If you're new to camp, I'm sure that you will enjoy your experience this summer here. For those of you that are returning, I'm excited to see all the faces again and hopefully you have some new faces with you as well. A couple things that I wanted to mention is both of our leaders guides for Scouts BSA Summer Camp and for Cub Scout Resident Camp are available online. If you go to www.bucktail.org and select Camp Mountain Run, all you'll need to do is select the appropriate link for Scouts BSA or Cub Scout Resident Camp. And once you go into the registration sites there, they are posted and are available online. So definitely check those out, read them over, and just make sure that you're familiar with everything going on in there. Medical forms, I did want to mention this. We've had some confusion with this in the past. So for all of our resident camps this year, that would include Scouts BSA, Venturing Resident Camp, and Cub Scout Resident Camp, they will need forms, the medical form with all three parts. So part A, B, and C. This is especially noted in the Cub Scout Resident Camp because before that hasn't always been the case. But this year, especially with the Cub Scout Resident Camp running over 72 hours, we definitely need parts A, B, and C for that. For those of you that may have questions about day camp just needs parts A and B. And if you have any questions about that, you're more than able to call the Bucktail Council Service Center, or you can get in touch with me directly. My contact information is listed on Bucktail Council's website. Also, a note to the medical forms, if you have a scout that is planning on leaving at any point during resident camp, whether that be to go to a doctor's appointment or maybe a baseball game, please make sure that if someone other than their legal guardian is picking them up, that they are listed in the medical form as someone that they are able to leave camp with. Just for increased security measures, we want to make sure that everyone's leaving with who they're supposed to leave with. Also, in the medical form, make sure that you are filling out the appropriate boxes for over-the-counter medication administration during summer camp. That way, it'll make things a little easier if your scout would need ibuprofen or Tylenol or Pepto-Bismol or anything like that. And if you have any questions about that, I can definitely refer you to our health officer. He is new to Camp Mountain Run this year. His name is Dylan Bendit, but I am sure that he will be able to answer your questions and get you squared away there. In terms of medication administration, if your scouts are coming with prescription medications, we'll be following the same suit as we have in previous years. The leaders will be made aware of that. We'll have the daily medication administration log and then the red lockbox. So, and the health officer will help you get squared away with that once you arrive at camp. Attached in the leader's guide, there are, in all the leader's guide, at the end, there's an appendix with some different documents available. One of them is our new pre-camp swim form. Any previous pre-camp swim form will work. However, we would prefer if you would use our new one for this year. Like I said, it's attached in there. It's very easy to fill out for those units that do the swim checks prior to arriving to camp. Scouts leaving camp, one other note to that, I just want to make sure that everyone is signing in and signing out appropriately this year. Signing in scouts, visitors, new leaders that may be joining us throughout the week, any parents that may come up to visit, please make sure that they are signing in and signing out in Hallstrom Lodge. We've had issues with that in the past, and for camp security, we definitely want to make sure that everyone is signing in and signing out appropriately. With that, this summer we'll have a new system in place for signing in guests during the week. So we ask that all guests that are coming to camp this summer have their photo ID or driver's license with them so that it can be scanned. And we do understand that there may be some people who are underage, some youth that may not have a photo ID. Or a driver's license, and that's totally understandable, and they can be signed into the system electronically. But for adults that are coming in for any purpose, we ask that they bring their driver's license so that it can be scanned and electronically sign them in. And that will take place in Hallstrom Lodge, where it has for the last several years. I did want to talk about merit badges a little bit for our Scouts BSA program. We are excited this year to offer some of our new merit badges, and our merit badge list can be found in the Scouts BSA Leaders Guide as well as in the registration website. So as we've done in previous years, we've rotated some merit badges out, rotated some new ones in. That way Scouts get exposure to several different merit badges. Once again, we are also offering our COPE program. For those of you that don't know what COPE is the Challenging Outdoor Personal Experience. It involves a lot of team building, a lot of high ropes. We have a wonderful COPE course here. So if you have any older scouts that may not need to take a full day of merit badges or come into camp for a different experience than in the past, definitely have them ask you about COPE or sign up to take COPE. It's a great program, and we're hoping to get some more scouts into it for this summer. I do have a couple other things that I wanted to mention for check-in, troops checking in and Cub Packs checking in this summer. We are doing check-in times again, so those will be scheduled. Those you will be, if you are the primary unit leader, you will have our camp commissioner, who is Ben Schatz this summer. He will be reaching out to you guys to schedule a check-in time. We ask that you arrive 10, 15 minutes before your check-in time, so that way everyone can get unloaded in the parking lot before you go into check-in. We ask that all the scouts have their medical form in hand with them, and that'll make the process go as quick as we possibly can get it to. We don't want to see units having to wait to get through our check-in process. So people have been rather pleased with our check-in system in the last couple years, and we're going to continue to do it that way. I do ask that during the check-in process, if you arrive late, I ask that you kind of understand and work with us. We will try to get you worked in as soon as we possibly can, but we're going to try to stick to our schedule as well. So there may become a wait period if you arrive late. But we will try to accommodate that as best as we can, but just so that you understand that process. Sorry about that. I'm waiting for Ranger John. He's going to be joining us, and he's going to be speaking on parking in the campsites and how we're going to operate that for this summer. There is going to be the likelihood that your unit may be sharing a campsite this summer with another unit or maybe two other units, depending on the sizes. So I ask that everyone is cooperative in that process. A scout is kind. So there should be no difficulties. But one thing that we have ran into issues with is the Adirondacks that are in our campsites. And I just wanted to throw a reminder out. Yes, they work great for a shelter. They work great to set up your kitchen in. But if there's multiple units, please don't set anything up in them until you've made arrangements with those units so that they understand or that you have a cooperative understanding of how that's going to be utilized. Those were originally intended to be used for sleeping. So units may be planning on that. So I ask that if you are going to be staying with another unit in your campsite, that you different leaders are able to cooperate and collaborate on how that space can best be used. In addition to all of the wonderful programs we are offering. There are a couple new changes, and one of them is we've extended our STEM programs for this summer. So we are offering more STEM merit badges, and also we are offering a few less of the Trota Eagle merit badges, and that's just to help accommodate the different units and what they've requested. Also, a note this summer, there is a national strategic analysis that will be taking place here at Camp Mountain Run. So you will have, in addition to our customer satisfaction surveys, there will be surveys issued to you and your scouts from national to help understand how our program benefited the youth over the summer. So that's just something that you can keep your eyes out for in the future. When it comes to staffing, our staffing is looking great for this summer. We're definitely excited to have all of the staff that we do. We have several returning faces, and we'll have lots of new faces as well on our camp staff. If you know of anyone that is interested in staffing at Camp Mountain Run, definitely have them reach out to me or apply. Our application's also found under the Camp Mountain Run tab on bucktail.org. We are specifically looking for a new aquatics director for this summer, so that's the main position that we have to fill. We're also looking for more counselors and trainings, or you may better know them as CITs. We have 3 for us already this summer, and we're hoping to get several more. So if you have any scouts that are 14 or older, but most are 14, they would be interested in participating in that program, definitely have them apply, and we'd be happy to have them on camp staff. For those of you that aren't familiar with that program, the CIT program is for someone who's interested in working on camp staff in the future. They come and spend 3 weeks with us in the summer, and in return, they get to attend camp, resident camp with their unit for free. So there are lots of scouts that take advantage of that program, and they end up enjoying it a lot. I do have one special announcement regarding our staffing that I'm looking forward to this summer, and that is for the first time since 1984, Camp Mountain Run has been selected to have an international camp staff member. So we will have an international, we'll be participating in the international camp staff program, and our camp staff member was just recently announced, and he is coming to us from Taiwan. So I ask that everyone gets to experience him this summer and chat with him about the different experiences that he has from scouting in his home country. So we're definitely looking forward to that and all the experiences that he's going to be able to provide to us and our scouting program in the United States. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ranger John, who's going to discuss some campsite reminders and how we're going to handle parking this summer at camp.
Good afternoon, everybody. Over the years, we were kind of lenient on parking in camp, especially in campsites. We shouldn't be parking in campsites unless it's for medical reasons, heart issues, somebody's got a bad hip or something like that. They just had surgery done, or a broken leg, something like that. So over the years, everybody knows and have seen that we've made great efforts to try to put in little micro lots to accommodate for you guys to get closer to the sites with the parking. Because I know there's a lot of you guys that come in and are still working and trying to work out of the cars, and you use your computers and stuff like that. Some of you use to keep your stuff secure. But we'd really like to try to get it under control where we are parked in specific and designated parking areas for camp, because it's a national standard we have to abide by. And whenever national comes in and they see 3 or 4 cars in a campsite, they really frown upon that, and it makes the camp look bad. And we don't want that for anybody, especially for the staff, because staff works really hard for everything we do. So we want to really try to get it to where you guys understand and work with us on parking properly and not in the sites. Campsite assignments are going to be as usual. In the past, they're going to be assigned, but if we need to and something happens and other accommodations need to be made, we ask you guys to work with us like you have in the past and try to make the best situation possible for everybody involved. If you guys have any questions, you can email me at john.drum@bsamail.org. No, I'm sorry, it's changed. It's john.drum@scouting.org. Again, that's john.drum@scouting.org. So if you have any questions for me, you can email me there or try calling the camp line, which is 814-637-5530. Greg, next. And I'm going to turn you guys over to the Scout Executive, Greg Bennett. Thank you.
Welcome, everybody. Just want to say thank you for selecting Camp Mountain Run this summer for your summer camp. We know there's a lot of different options that are out there, and we thank you for choosing Camp Mountain Run. We're excited about the camp staff that we have selected this year. We're excited about our new camp director, Billy Sobalski, our new program director, Bobby Straw, and we're looking forward to the many exciting changes and new improvements that they've made to this summer's program. We also look forward to some of the camp improvements we've made to the facilities, especially in your campsites and so forth. And we look forward to you coming out this summer. If you have any questions that you have prior to your arrival, you can use the greg.bennett@scouting.org or sending email to our Council Service Center at Bucktail Council Trading Post at gmail.com. So again, thank you for selecting Camp Mountain. Turning it back over, some final thoughts.
Hey everyone, just a few more things I wanted to go over for this summer. And the first thing is, as I'm sure most of you are aware, is the introduction of the Scouts BSA program nationally this year. So what will that look like for us? I know there's a lot of questions regarding that. Excuse me. And really, there's not going to be any program changes. It's still going to be the same great program, and we are excited to have all of the new female campers that we have. As of right now, there are girl troops signed up for every week of our summer camp, which is exciting. There will be a few changes to our facilities, and we are in the process of upgrading those now. For instance, the adult shower house that has traditionally been at the pool is going to be changed to a female side, and that's one of the bigger changes that you will see. But we are definitely excited for the launch of the Scouts BSA program and are really looking forward to this summer. So at that point, this is all that I have. Like Greg had said, I thank you for choosing Camp Mountain Run this summer. I'm definitely looking forward to running this program and working with all of you. Continue to stay tuned to our posts on the council website, in the council newsletter, or on our Facebook page, where we will definitely have lots of information coming your way before summer camp starts. And like I had said before, if any unit leaders have any questions about anything, please feel free to reach out to me. Like I had said, my contact information is on the Bucktail Council website, and most of you have my contact information from the past. At this time, that's all that I have. If anyone has any questions, I will leave this up for a little bit, and you can ask them over the chat for the live stream. And if there's any direct questions that you'd like to ask me, like I said, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much for attending the webinar today, and I look forward to working with you all this summer.